is this woman to be married to this man? You'd all go ahead and please be seated. Well, with this weather, and just like JD and Betty, this will be a hard day to forget. But thank you, everyone, for being here. It's a great honor. It's an honor for me to be able to officiate at this wedding for Betty and JD. It'll probably come as no surprise to you that I met them many years ago on the volleyball court. And of course, it's friendship and family ties that bring us all together today. Betty and JD, of course, take a moment to look at the folks who are here. The people gathered for this incredible day. These are people who love you. People who have traveled from the East Coast, from the Bay Area, even across San Diego during a hurricane or a tropical storm, but a hurricane sounds a lot better. Remember this image. Remember the moment. All right. Well, I want your attention now, you two. I just want you to know that I want to take just a moment and share my thoughts. I've worked in the news business for many years. Most of the stories over those 40 years were fleeting. They were a big deal one day and forgotten the next. But the decision you're making now is front page news that will lead the newscast of your life from here on out. Now, as a news reporter, I could easily go live from the field and sit on the anchor desk and tell the whole story. But I found the best people to tell the story are the ones who experienced it. So rather than me telling you how Betty and JD met and how they fell in love with each other, let me do it in their own words. I have a statement here, supposedly written by JD and Betty. I think it has more Betty's hand in it. It says, Betty and JD met about 9 years ago through volleyball. Their relationship was purely cordial at first and eventually developed into more than a friendship as JD pretended to be interested in watching American Horror Story to get closer to Betty. Their bond has grown over shared interest in sports, television, music, philosophies, and JD's willingness to get dragged to different food places by Betty, as well as Betty's patience during fantasy football months. Through the years, they traveled together, co-parented as fur baby to Maggie, who at times will offer her comments to all this. They did the whole long distance thing. There we go. And even survived COVID alongside one another. And now they have gathered their important family and friends to witness and commemorate their love for one another. It's clear these two are adventurers. They've seen Europe, New York, Mexico City, Southern Utah, Washington, Oregon, and Chicago. They are adventurers in sports as well, even if it means Betty waking up at 9 o'clock at night after a long day at work, and the two of them playing volleyball for another 2 hours, and then have to show up for work the next day. And speaking of volleyball, Betty and JD play hard, but they're always patient and respectful. They like to be surrounded by friends, but are okay playing 2-on-2. They adapt. They love the game, but are fine, more or less, whether they win or lose. The same attitude can work in your marriage. Patience, respect, adapting and loving each other is far more important than chalking up wins and losses. From your time on the court, you know the importance of encouraging a teammate. You know it's nice to have someone cheering for you. Volleyball players like to give each other high fives or low fives or fist bumps or hugs. Marriage benefits from the same sort of encouragement. Finally, one more volleyball analogy. Play by the rules. A volleyball court is defined, or a volleyball game is defined by its boundaries, by the net, the poles, the lines on the court. Does that make the game less fun? No. A game is only as good as its rules. It enhances the fun as you play within the boundaries. The same is true in marriage. Your relationship with each other will only get better as you embrace the vows you're making today. And like the game on the court, there will be challenges. There will be better days than others, but the two of you are up for the challenge. I know you will make the game of a lifetime. Would you please take each other by the hand? Jeremy Daniel Howard, do you take Betty Tran to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you promise to love and protect her, honor and respect her, keep her in sickness and health through the good times as well as the bad times, forsaking all others to be faithful to her? David's not the ring yet, but I'm glad you have it. I just want a response from you, David. Okay. Not the ring yet. Hold on. I understand trying to rush this. Betty Tran, do you take Jeremy Daniel Howard to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love and protect him, honor and respect him, keep him in sickness and in health, to the good times as well as to the bad times, forsake all others, and be faithful to him? JD and Betty, I will ask this question, but I know the answer. Do you have the rings? Okay. A circle has no beginning or end. It is a symbol of infinity. It is endless and eternal, just the way love should be. JD. Repeat after me as you place the ring on Betty's finger. I give you this ring.
We have vows.
Right, JD and Betty.
Betty, who would have thought when I heard of those two creepy foreign guys hitting on you while we were out with youth friends at Flight Provisions about 8 years ago, we would end up standing in front of each other here today. When I first met you, I saw this fun, energetic, and fierce competitor on the volleyball court who may or may not let out a profanity slip here or there. As I have gotten to know you over the years, I now see that you are a strong, independent, and nurturing woman who cries at adorable Reddit posts, in which I absolutely love and adore. As I become your husband today, I make these vows to you. I promise to be your partner in all things, not possessing you, but working with you as a part of the whole. I promise to love you when it's easy and when it's hard, when our love is simple and when it's an effort. I promise to always give you the fresher order of McDonald's French fries, even if the others are soggy and cold. I promise to love and care for you and Maggie just as if you have loved and cared for me. I promise to cherish you and respect you and to always hold you close to my heart. I promise to be your navigator and sidekick in all of life's adventures. You are my rock, my North Star, my guidance in any storm, and best friend. Thank you, and I love you.
JD, with each year, my love for you changes, yet remains unwavering. Over these past 8 years, I have loved you for the person that you are, and for these years to come, I promise to love you for the person that you become, as we learn together, as we disagree and compromise with one another, as we grow and age together, and as the world around us continues to evolve. You have been mine and Maggie's rock in more ways than I can count. You have encouraged me in my personal and professional goals. You have helped me feel more confident in my own skin. You have given me space to explore, yet at the same time, you've given me support. I promise to do the same. I promise to be there to cherish the little moments and the big milestones in your life. I promise to be there during uncertain times and to offer unconditional support. I promise to listen and to be patient. I promise to be your constant. I promise to always choose us. You've given me a loving and trusting partnership that I know will last. You're one of the sweetest, most considerate, and kindest individuals on this earth, angelic even. I love what we have built together with our family, our friends, and our fur baby. And I am thrilled to continue this journey with you. I am ready for our future.
All right, now, with the rings, JD, repeat after me as you place the ring on Betty's finger. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
It is an outward sign
It is an outward sign
of the personal commitment I make this day.
of this personal commitment I make this day.
Betty, repeat after me as you place the ring on JD's finger. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
It is an outward sign
It is an outward sign
of the personal commitment I make this day.
of the personal commitment I make this day.
By the authority vested in me as a Deputy Commissioner of Marriage for the County of San Diego, I take great pleasure in announcing that from this moment on, you are husband and wife united in marriage. JD, you may kiss the bride. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. J.D. Howe.
It's a beautiful night. What a Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Little chapel on the boulevard. No one will know. Oh, come on.
And once again, it was mentioned, the bar is open, you can mingle, and immediate family if you'll stay seated. However, we talked about the photo, didn't we? So I guess everyone stays seated, right? Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Bob. All right, one more big cheer for everybody for the newlyweds. They are official. Oh! All right, so our fine photographer is going to capture this special keepsake. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to bring back the bridal party. The newlyweds will be front and center, and then everybody in front just kind of crowd around and make sure you can be seen left and right when the photographer is on the stage and he kind of signals you. You want to make sure you can see his camera lens. So we're getting it all set up here. They're coming back up here. Continue the applause as they walk back up to celebrate. Over 2 minutes and still going strong. Yes! Look at them, they're glowing. All right, so we're gonna feature everybody around them, and then if we can get everybody out of their seat and move forward.
Wedding party, come back, and family, everybody